Well, it's time for another Gmod FNAF review video. All right, hey guys, today we got some brand new Ragdolls slash player models of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters in Tony Crynight's style. Now, if you don't know who Tony Crynight is, well, you are clearly not an OG FNAF fan, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Okay, no, I'm kidding. So basically, in case you guys don't know who Tony Crynight is, I would be really surprised if you don't, but basically, in the golden era of Five Nights at Freddy's, around the time when Five Nights at Freddy's 2 actually came out, Tony Crynight started their own little 2D animation series based around the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, and the cool thing about their animation style is it was actually more in like a old Disney animation style. So these guys are technically still animatronics, but they're more like furries than animatronics. Now, in case you guys don't remember how the series went, or if you've never seen the series, here's my own little recap of a Tony Crynight's FNAF animation series. Yarr, life sucks. I don't understand the point in anything. Excuse me? What? I couldn't help but notice that, you're a male fox, and I'm a female fox. Therefore, I think we should make out. Hot damn, yar! My depression is gone! What the heck? Oh, heck no! Not on my watch! Ha! There we go. The deed is done! That'll teach you! How dare you go near my man! And how dare you make out with Foxy! The only one who can make out with Foxy is me! Not you, you pile of trash! I'm out! Yay! Foxy's all mine! What the heck was that about? I just woke up from my nap and I saw this chicken lady murdering someone. Hey, you okay? She's unconscious and wait a second. Oh my gosh, it's a free wife. Let's go. I got me a free wife. Yo, let's go. Fredbear, wake up from your eternal slumber. It finally happened. Wake up. Ooh, what? I told you not to wake me up unless you found yourself a wife. I did find me a wife, Fredbear. Look, I got me a wife right here. Look at her, Fredbear. Look at her. I did it. I have Riz. Oh my gosh, Spring Bonnie. I didn't think you had it in you. Oh my gosh, you actually did it. You actually got you a wife. Yes! Does that mean you'll stay awake forever now? Yes, Spring Bonnie, you have proven yourself. You, my friend, have Riz. Therefore, I will never leave your side ever again. No! What the heck? Fredbear, no! Scum like ye should walk the plank more than once. Yar, we did it, Freddy. We defeated the bad guys. Good job, Foxy. I hate these punks. But you forgot. I always come back. What the heck is that? Foxy! Oh my gosh, everyone's dying. I'm scared. Someone come please pick me up. Wait a second. You're not dead though. You're still alive. Don't worry. I can fix it. What? Wait, oh my gosh, I'm all better now. Foxy, look, I'm all hot and sexy again. Quick, let's make out some more. Yar, yay. What the? Oh, that's not fair. What in the plot armor? And they all lived happily ever after. So anyways, these guys are obviously not 2D, these guys are actually in a 3D style because this is Gary's mod. So if you guys do want to check out this pack for yourself, it'll be linked in the description below. Just know if you spawn in any of these characters as a ragdoll, they will actually be stuck in this V pose position. So if you make them lean forwards, then their arms will actually get kind of fixed. So that's like the one problem of using these guys as ragdolls is their arms are they're just a little stiff, but these guys work perfectly fine if you use them as a player models. So anyways, up first we have is Mr. Freddy Fazbear. Come on, it's not Five Nights at Freddy's without the main man himself, Mr. Freddy Fazbear. And you can see with this furry version of Freddy Fazbear, he actually has a little tuft of hair coming out from underneath his hat, and also he's got some fluffy cheeks on the side. And yes, Mr. Freddy Fazbear does have a cute little bear tail in the back, but you know, Freddy's got the essentials. He's got his black bow tie. He's got his black top hat, which if for some reason you don't like Freddy wearing his top hat, you can go ahead and remove it. So that's the only body group Freddy has, is to be able to remove his hat and put it back on. And then these guys do actually have some skins. So this right here is a FNAF 1 Freddy, but we can go to his skins and switch him into a toy Freddy. So he actually becomes a lighter brown color, and he gains the 2 little rosy red cheeks. We then have a skin 2, which is him as a Shadow Freddy. So now he's basically solid purple, and he also has these little white silver eyes. And then for the final skin of Freddy Fazbear, we have Bear 5! I found you! Nah, bro, nah! Wherever I go, no matter what I do, Bear 5 always seems to find a way back. Nah, bro, nah! So we actually have a Bear 5 skin of a Freddy, which is basically just a blue Freddy Fazbear, but he has these red veiny eyes. That is creepy, Bear 5. Why are you here? Why would I not be here? Dang, that's a that's a pretty fair point. Now, another cool thing with these ragdolls is they do actually have some face pose options. So if I go ahead and pull up the face poser, we can make a Freddy Fazbear do some different things. So let's actually switch him back to his regular skin. So first of all, we have his mouth, so you can make him open his mouth. He's like, oh, we have him doing oh. We have a mouth left, which actually makes his mouth move to the left, so that way it's like if Freddy's getting punched, he's like, ooh, ouch, my Freddy Faz snout. Oh, stop punching me, what the heck? Hey, man, that's not very cool. Oh, my face. Come on, man, can we just talk about the ouch? So yeah, you can move his mouth around in all 4 directions, and then he also has this little, I'm angry, Freddy. Do not tick off Freddy Fazbear. Please do not tick me off. We also have some custom expressions for Freddy, so we have a happy expression, a angry expression, a sad expression, a bored expression. Man, I'm so bored. When is X-Man gonna upload the next XAU video? I'm so bored. We have a try not to laugh challenge, be like POV when you see Mike rip Balloon Boy's head off in the FNAF movie. We have Freddy going blah, where he basically just sticks his tongue out at you. We have a happy cheeks toggle, so this will just raise up his cheeks. Yay, I'm so happy. And then finally, we have a bunch of different eye sections, so we can make him blink, make only one eye blink, and then also vice versa. We have a surprised eye toggle, so we can make his left eye surprised, and then also his right eye surprised. We have a bigger eye. Oh my gosh, look at them big old anime pupils. And then we could also make his pupils insanely small. Oh my gosh, you can barely even see them anymore. We have oh my gosh, derpy Freddy Fazbear, and then we can make him look to the left, make him look to the right, make him look up, and also make him look down. And then we also have a down eyelid, so his eyelids will raise from the down, so he's a happy Freddy Fazbear. And then we have eyelids from the front, so there you go, you can actually move his eyelids around just a little bit. So I think that's really cool that these guys do actually have some different expressions in the face poser section. So next up we have is Mr. Bonnie the Bunny. Dang, Bonnie kind of skinny, bro. Yo, you gotta put on some weight, buddy. Nah, he's getting a little thin. So the main difference between Freddy and Bonnie with their base model is Freddy, he's a little bit on the thicker side, and then Bonnie, he's a bit on the thin side, but he does have his iconic red bow tie. He does have his purple eyes. He does also have some big old bunny ears that do have some jiggle physics, and he does also have a little bunny tail in the back. Now with Bonnie the Bunny, if we go over to his body groups, we can actually give this guy some clothes. So we're gonna actually come back to that because they're kind of used for his different skins. So with Bonnie the Bunny, obviously we have the FNAF 1 version, and then we can switch him into Toy Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Basically makes him blue with some red cheeks. We have his next skin, which is actually a skin of Spring Bonnie, so basically just a yellow version of Bonnie with a purple bow tie. We then have a skin 3, which is the shadow version of a Bonnie. So we have Shadow Freddy and a Shadow Bonnie. Obviously Shadow Freddy is a purple, and then Shadow Bonnie is a solid black, but you can still see his eyes and also his teeth. And then finally, we have skin 4, a chocolate Bonnie skin from FNAF AR Special Delivery. So if we actually go ahead and switch him back to a Spring Bonnie and go to the body groups, we can actually give this guy some buttons and also the iconic purple vest that Glitchtrap wears from FNAF Help Wanted. And then if we actually go back down to the chocolate Bonnie skin, we can actually give this guy his 3 different colored buttons. So I gotta say, I think it's kind of cool that some of these characters do have some custom skins, like how we have the chocolate Bonnie skin for Bonnie, and then we also have the Bear 5 skin for Freddy. So hopefully we could get some more custom skins in the future in this pack, but we're going to switch him back to default so that way we can go ahead and check out his different face expressions. So first of all, with the mouth, we have his mouth open, mouth going oh, mouth puffed up. I don't want to laugh, bro. I can't laugh, bro. I shouldn't laugh. We have a sad closed mouth, a short smile mouth. It's me, Bonnie. I'm not nervous whatsoever. His smile closed. We have a mouth left, mouth right, mouth up, and also mouth down. Basically, I feel like you would use those 4 toggles. Again, like what I said with Freddy, is like basically if this character is getting punched by somebody else. And then we have his eyes, so we can make him blink, have one eye blink, have the other eye blink, have his eyes look to the left, eyes look to the right, eyes look up, eyes look down, have his eyes be smaller. Oh my gosh, this guy's seen some things. And then we also have the bigger eyes. Oh my gosh, Bo, Bonnie, what did you see? I'm on some stuff. Freddy Fazbear. I found the white powder in the back parts and services room. I've seen everything. Nah, bro, nah, Bonnie, what happened to you? And then we can also make Bonnie go a derp eye. We have his eyelids from the bottom, and then we also have the eyelids from the top, and then we have his expressions. So we have a sad expression, a angry expression, his cheeks raised up, him doing the same grrr as Freddy Fazbear, and we also have a bored expression, which honestly, I'm not really noticing anything with the bored expression. No, it looks like the bored expression doesn't do anything, so it looks like that one might be broken. Next that we have is Chica the chicken. So Chica is basically, you know, solid yellow, however the bottom parts of her legs are orange. She has on her iconic Let's Eat bib. She does actually have some eyelashes to show that she is a female, if that wasn't already obvious enough. And then she does also have some little feathers sticking out from her head, and she doesn't have any feathers on the back, but oh my gosh, bro, talk about being caked up. Sheesh, bro, sheesh, she is caked up. But you can also see on the back where her bib does tie up into a little knot. So let's go over Chica's body groups. So first of all, with her skins, she only has one skin, and that is the Toy Chica skin. So we can switch her from FNAF 1 to FNAF 2. So the only difference between FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 is the Toy Chica skin. Her eyes become blue instead of the regular pink eyes, and then she also gets her little rosy cheeks, and she does also get on her little pink panties. And then if we go over to the bib, we can switch it from it saying let's eat to let's party. And then the final body group we have is where you can remove the bib, and oh my gosh, dang, bro, dang, Chica, you looking fine. I don't know why Foxy would have left you. You looking fine to me. So Ferb, I think I know what's going in the thumbnail today. So yeah, Chica is indeed pretty thick. So let's go ahead and check out her different face poses. So we can actually make her blink right, blink left. So as you can see, a lot of these guys do have a similar face poses, and then we can also make her eyes look in all the different directions. We can make her have the small eyes, the big eyes. Oh my gosh, big old anime eyes. That's not the only thing that's big on Chica. We can then give her the derpy eyes, quack. We have the up eyelids, the down eyelids. We have surprise left and also surprised right. Then we have her beak. So she doesn't have mouth options. She actually has beak options. So we have her beak opened up, and we can see her little tongue inside. We have her beak going, oh. We have a happy beak, yay! A sad beak, oh, she's sad. We have her tongue sticking out. We have her beak going to the left, beak right, beak up, and a beak down. And then finally we have 3 expressions. So we have a sad expression, a angry expression, and then a happy expression. Oh my gosh, look at them chompers. Yep, that's right. Gotta make sure I have my pearly whites. So next up we have is a Foxy, everyone's favorite FNAF character. So obviously this version of Foxy isn't withered like FNAF 1, since this is, you know, a furry version of Foxy. So this guy, he actually has on some big old saggy pants. He does have a little pirate hook. He does also have his little pirate eye patch on, but he does also have like a little tuft of fur on his chest, and he does also have the iconic tufts of hair on his head. And he does actually come with a big old foxtail. So the tail does have some jiggle physics. So every now and then, if you do use this guy as a ragdoll, it will actually clip into his legs. But we can also see that Foxy, you know, he does also have his regular feet instead of them just being exposed endoskeleton feet. Yar, man, I just realized something. I'm the only one in this dang place who wears pants. Yar, and Chica? Yeah, what is it, Foxy? I don't know how to tell you this, but I think you need these pants more than I do. What? Why do you say that, Foxy? Oh, just a feeling. So Foxy is actually one of the few characters in this pack who doesn't have any skins because, you know, his FNAF 2 counterpart is her own separate model. But with Foxy, we can actually remove his hook to give him his regular hand back, and we can also remove his eye patch without the eye patch. Oh my gosh, he looks so cursed. Yar, I've seen some things. Yeah, there we go. Let's just go ahead and put that eye patch back on. So anyways, let's go over Foxy's face poses. So we have a Foxy with the open jaw. We have a happy mouth. We have a mouth. Oh, we have a sad mouth. Oh my gosh, bro. Foxy, what'd you see? I've seen some things. I don't want to talk about it. We have him with his tongue sticking out. So if you had his mouth opened up, we can make his tongue stick out. Yar, yar, yar. Okay, buddy, put that tongue back in your mouth, bro. And then we also have Foxy with us. What is that? That is not a smile. What is that? How is that a smile? Yar, I be smiling. That is not a smile, bro. What the heck? All right, so anyways, we have his expression. So we have an angry expression. And yes, you can see the eyebrow above his eye patch. We have his sad expression. We have him blinking. So we can make both of his eyes blink at the same time. And again, we can make one eye blink. We have some happy eyelids. We have happy cheeks. And then we have his ears lowered. So basically, like if he were sad or something, his ears would be lowered kind of down. So I think that's a pretty cool toggle. And then we have his eye toggles. So once again, we can make his eyes look in all the different directions. We can actually give him some scared eyes. Yar, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, bro. Now his eyes are so small. Then, oh my gosh, what is this, bro? Why is his eye kind of like stretched like that? What the heck? We have a black eye. Oh, okay. So that tries to make the center pupil just straight up black. But I don't think it does a good job of that because you can still see some yellow in there. It's like Foxy's getting corrupted. And then we have Derpy Foxy, which we do actually need to take off the eye patch. There we go. Yar, yar, har, fiddly dee, I'm Derpy. And then finally, we actually have a expression of Foxy being disappointed. Yar, I'm disappointed in you, Chica the Chicken. What? You're still not wearing pants. I don't need pants. Yar, yes you do. What? Freddy and Bonnie aren't wearing pants. Why do I have to wear pants? You know why. So next up we have is Mangle, and she actually has the same feminine body as Chica. So she's also a little thick in the right places, and she's also kind of caked up. However, she does have a tail, so it does kind of hide the goods from the world. So she does actually have on a little bow tie, and she does have on those little rosy cheeks because she is technically a toy animatronic. And just like Chica the Chicken, since she is a female, she does actually have some visible eyelashes. But other than that, her head shape is pretty similar to Foxy's. And the only thing I have to say about Mangle's is I don't know why, but with all these eyes, by the way, they do glow in the dark. All these eyes do glow in the dark, but with some of the pupils, you can kind of see like there's a bit of a white glow effect on some of these pupils, but if you zoom in, then that effect kind of goes away. But for some reason, I don't know why, Mangle's like the only one where it's really hard to actually see her pupils. If you zoom in and have Gmod focus, I don't know why my Gmod likes to autofocus with the light like crazy sometimes, but if you zoom in enough, then you can actually see Mangle's yellow pupils. So anyways, with Mangle, she does actually actually have some skins and body groups. So first of all, if we switch her from skin 0 to skin 1, this will actually give her the same pink panties as the Toy Chica skin, and also the tip of her tail also becomes a pink as well, whereas beforehand it was just a solid white tail. And then for her body groups, we can actually remove the bow tie, and we can actually give her her damaged mangle body. So basically her endoskeleton is fully exposed, except for her feet and also one of her hands, because with her other hand actually has some body groups. So we have the regular white hand, we have a hook hand, and then we have a endoskeleton hand. So if we go ahead and put her back to normal, if you wanted to have Mangle have a hook on her other hand, then you can easily toggle it right here. And then we can also, once again, make it a exposed endoskeleton hand. But anyways, let's go over her face poses. So we have an open jaw, and again, we can make her stick that tongue out. We can make her have a happy mouth. We have a O. We have shat. Oh, that is not sad, bro. It looks like she's trying not to laugh, bro. We have her smile, which again, it does like a little bulge to the bottom jaw, just like Foxy. We have her angry. We have sad. We have the blinks once again. We have the happy eyelids, the happy cheeks. We have the down ears, the exact same as a Foxy's. We also have the surprised eyes. We have her eyelids from the bottom and eyelids from the top. We then have her main eyes. So again, you can make her eyes look in all the different directions. We have her scared eyes, where her eyes are super small. Dang, if you couldn't see her pupils before, now you definitely can't see them. I've seen some things. I've seen lots of things. Leave a comment down below. Guys, what did Mangle see? Leave a comment down below. Once again, we have like the rounded, stretched out eyes, and then we also have the same black eyes as a Foxy, but again, for some reason, it's kind of cursed. We also have her derpy eyes, and then finally, we have some different expressions. So we have a disappointed. Man, I am disappointed in you right now. I can't believe you would do such a thing. And then the final expression we have for Mangle is the sigh. Hey, has anyone seen my cake? I've been looking for it all day and I haven't Wait, what did I just step on? And oh my gosh, my cake! Oh my gosh, my cake, it's so flat! No, please, somebody help! I need this, please! My cupcake's kinda dead! Please! Mangle! I'm watching stream. Why are you trying not to laugh? That's disrespectful. Her cupcake's kind of dead, bro, and you're just laughing? No, that's disrespectful, bro. So next up, we do actually have Mr. Cupcake. So if we do turn off the lights with Mr. Cupcake, not only does his eyes glow in the dark, but also the tip of his candle for his little flame. Now, Mr. Cupcake isn't a player model for obvious reasons, because he's just a little cupcake, and this guy is actually just a little bonus prop added into this add-on. So this guy doesn't have any skins, any body groups, any face poses. He's just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy hanging around, you know? I'm just a little guy.
So I thought that's kind of cool that we did get a little bonus cupcake prop inside of this pack. So the next character we have is Mr. Fredbear. Now, Fredbear is pretty much the same as Freddy. However, there are a few noticeable differences. Obviously, he's yellow. Second of all, he's got his ears are kind of a fluffy. So we look at Freddy's ears. Freddy's ears are nice and round, but Fredbear's ears actually have a little more fur on them, and they're just a little bit more fluffy than Freddy's ears. Fredbear also has these solid magenta eyes. So if you don't like these eyes, you can actually disable them in the skin. So we can switch it from magenta to a solid black, basically Fredbear deactivated. And also if we go into the body groups for his head, we can actually give him the regular eyes as well. So he has the solid white eyes with some iconic blue pupils. Now, the thing with Fredbear right here is because this is Fredbear back in the old days of Five Nights at Freddy's. So in case you guys don't know, back in the olden days, mainly with Golden Freddy, a lot of people like to give him a blue hat and a blue blue bow tie. So that's what this guy actually has on, is a nice blue hat and a blue bow tie. But if you don't like the blue colors, we can actually switch it to purple in the body group. So we can switch his hat from hat 0 to hat 1, and this will give him the purple hat. Also, just like Freddy, you can remove the hat, and then if we toggle the bow tie, it will also give him a purple bow tie as well. And then if we use the ear toggle, this will give him the same ears as a Freddy Fazbear, and we can also give him that same vest that the Spring Bonnie skin had for FNAF 1 Bonnie over there. So we can give Fredbear the exact same jacket, and it will also give him the 2 little buttons as well. And that is pretty much it to Fredbear's skins and body groups. So let's go ahead and go over his face poses. So I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to Fredbear's face poses, they're kind of broken. If you look at the side, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff here, and most of these are actually broken. So the only ones that are actually usable are the bottom 3 sections for the eyes, the expression, and the mouth, because for some reason there's like multiple extra sections in here, but the only ones that do actually work are these bottom 3 sections. So with the mouth, we have the open jaw, the O expression. We can make his mouth get punched to the left, to the right, up and down, and just like Freddy. And we can also give him that same grr expression like a Freddy. We have the happy expression, the angry expression, the sad expression, the bored expression, the Spring Bonnie got wrecked. We have the blah, 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 blah expression. We have his happy cheeks. We have the eyes blinking. We have the surprised eyes. And then we have the bigger and smaller pupils, which this is only applied if we actually have the head option on for Fredbear to actually be able to see his regular eyes. So, okay, actually it looks like those are also kind of broken. Like bigger and smaller doesn't do anything. Left eyes doesn't do anything. Maybe, okay, so the up eyelids and the down eyelids work. But, okay, down eyes work. We can make him look down, but we can't make him look up. Maybe we can make him look up with one of these other sections. Let's see. Do we even have any other up eyes? Up eyelid, mouth expression. Yeah, okay, so for some reason, some of his face pose stuff doesn't work. So yeah, Fredbear's face pose is kind of cooked, but most of the stuff does kind of work. But again, it's only for like these bottom sections. But for some reason, again, with the eyes, you can only make him look down. That's the only thing you can do with his eyes, is make him look down. You can't make him look up, left, or right for some weird reason. And the final character we have in this pack is a Springtrap. I always come back. So just like how Fredbear was a slightly edited version of a Freddy, Springtrap is basically just a slightly edited version of a Bonnie. So with Springtrap, he doesn't have a bow tie, but he does actually have some buttons. So he's like the only character in this pack who normally is supposed to have some buttons equipped to him. But you can also see Springtrap is covered in some splotches of blood, and he does also have a little scar on his back, and he does also have some blood on his face. And obviously, since this is Springtrap, he is missing half of his ear. And I think the only main difference between him and a Bonnie is, if you look closely, this guy does actually have some buck teeth, but Bonnie just has some solid rabbit teeth. So it's like Bonnie only has like 1 tooth, but then Springtrap actually has 2 teeth. And also, I believe, yeah, the tuft of hair on the head is actually flipped in the opposite direction. So Bonnie's tuft of hair is pointing towards his left, and then Springtrap's is pointing to his right. So that's another little difference between Bonnie and a Springtrap. But this guy does also have a little bunny tail in the back. And Springtrap is the only character in this pack, besides Mr. Cupcake, who doesn't have any body groups or any skins. But we do have some different face poses for him. So we have Springtrap with his jaw opened up. We have the O. We have I stole Foxy's girlfriend. We have his sad clothes. Oh, he's sad. What do you mean, Freddy and his friends came in and they killed Fredbear and they stabbed me? What the hell, bro? We have his short smile. We have half closed. Mouth left, mouth right, mouth up, mouth down. Basically him getting punched in all the different directions. Hey, ow, ow, stop hitting me. That's not funny. Ow, ow, ow. Poor Springo. We have him blinking. His eyes are closed. Blink left and also blink right. It looks like he does actually have a little blood on his eyelids as well. So that's a nice little touch. We have his eyes looking to the left. We have his eyes looking to the right. We then have his eyes looking up, eyes looking down, we then have his smaller pupils. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die again. But wait a second, I always come back. Oh my gosh, the big eyes, bro. It really makes, with the bunny characters in this pack, the big eyes makes it look like they've been on something or something, bro. We have the derpy eyes. We then have the eyelids from the bottom and the eyelids from the top. And then we have some expressions. So we have a sad expression, angry expression, his cheeks raised, a grrr expression, and then finally a bored expression, which again, this bored expression is actually broken. And there you guys go. That is pretty much everything inside of this Tony Crynight Ragdoll slash a player model pack. So again, with the Ragdolls, they're okay. It's mainly the arms get kind of stiffy if you do use them as Ragdolls. So I actually like using these guys way more as a player model. So if we actually go over to the player model menu and just become one of them, let's just go ahead and morph into a Mangle. We can actually see that, yeah, they are pretty smooth. And also, if you do become them as a player model, they will actually blink on their own. So I think that is a really cool effect with these models. And then again, we do have like the jiggle physics for the ears and also the tail. So if you're walking around as Mangle, the tail will actually be floating upwards instead of it just being dangled in between her legs. But that's pretty much it for today's video. So let me know in the comments down below, out of all these characters right here on screen, which one is your favorite and why? I gotta say, my favorite character out of these ones, based off of their models, it has to be Mangle. I gotta say Mangle is easily my favorite out of these. But again, if you guys do want to check out this add-on for yourself, it'll be linked in the description below. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!